From the Engineering Institute of Technology, and I just want to spend 2 minutes reflecting on tools to learn better. This would be a really good investment in your time in how to grab information, get it into your memory and keep it there for longer and keep it in a useful format when you can retrieve it later. And the reason why I want to chat about this is I attended a really great course on this topic from the University of California, San Diego, entitled How to Learn Powerful Mental Tools to Help You Master Tough Subjects. So really great tools which I grabbed out of it. I'm a bit old to learn about how to learn, but they're worth just talking about for a few minutes. The first point is that your brain, as you know, is a living organ, and your neurons, which are the key components of your brain, are constantly appearing. Even old guys like me, we have neurons appearing all the time. In other words, new ones being created. So the nonsense about neurons dying and your brain is disappearing is absolute rubbish. What you've got to do is have lots of exercise, running, anything to keep stimulated, get the blood flowing. That helps to generate neurons. And the other thing, of course, is stimulating experiences. So if you're really in a stimulating environment, I'm not talking about drugs, I'm talking about normal stimulating environment, your neurons will procreate rapidly. So great thing to do. So some learning tips which I picked up, and I've got a list of them on my blog, but I'll just give you a quick summary of them. First of all, very important, you need to sleep the night before any test or serious use of your learning. In other words, 8 hours sleep, very important. A lot of us used to doubt that was true, that you need any sleep at all, but really sleep is very important because it actually clears out all the toxins in your brain during the night. So your brain is recharged and all your memories are reformed, ready to be used the next day. So sleep is very important. Other issues are, we've got two parts to our learning. We've got a focused or the working memory, and then we've got a diffuse or the subconscious. We've got to use both of those parts of our brain in the studying learning process. And there's some very interesting tricks or tips on how to use them. First thing is, when you studying something with your working memory, and you can fit about 4 items in your working memory, try and recall what you've learnt after every section. This bizzo about underlining or highlighting or scribbling in the margin or drawing out concept maps are basically not as effective, if effective at all. Other items are try and interleave your learning. So in other words, you learn a bit now, come back a few days later, a few hours later, and take on that topic again. Great way to learn. If you're struggling with anything, some topic that's really hard or you can't break through a problem, leave it for a while, let your diffuse memory stew on it, and come back a few hours later, you may find you've actually can crack the problem. Other areas are understanding is a key part of all learning. So in other words, if you don't understand something and you ram it away in your subconscious, it will disintegrate and it's often very difficult to retrieve. So it's very important to glue all your memories with a good understanding of the concept. And then a final point is, before you start work the next day, the night before, prepare a task list and describe exactly what you want to do the next day. Just write it down, sleep on it, and the next morning your subconscious would have actually been working on those problems overnight, those tasks, and you'll probably find it a bit easier to tackle them. And finally, procrastination is always a challenge. Always focus on the process of learning. In other words, give yourself 25 minutes. Don't worry about the actual product of the learning. I need to do this chapter or this exam. Just focus on 25 minutes learning, working hard, and then give yourself a break or a reward, a box of chocolates or a coffee or just a walk around the house or your office. That's all from me. Sorry it's such a long one. Steve Mackay from the Engineering Institute of Technology. Thanks very much.